I didn't know you could get that big.
At least 2 of the deleted scenes from Spider-Man Brand New Day would have not only answered a lot of the burning questions and unexplained events in the movie, but also would have strengthened Spider-Man's role as a protector of New York, a place where several of the Defenders also work tirelessly. And in this video, I am going to explore not only those 2 scenes, but also a bunch of other deletions that happened during the course of Brand New Day's filming. So, without further ado, let's get started, yeah?
What the?
1. Spidey goes to get vaccinated. Although it is an inconsequential one, this one's definitely a cool scene. I mean, inconsequential because it does not really have any bearing on the movie's story. So, in here, we see Spidey wearing a hospital gown and visiting children in a classroom in order to help them overcome the fear of needles. Irrespective of what a few world leaders might think of vaccination, kids need it, and those who do not, well, you know what happens. But as soon as the nurse tries to pierce the injection into Spidey's body, its needle bends. It's just one of those little moments that go on to explain just how strong Spider-Man really is and how he is impervious to common threats that life may throw at him. It also goes on to describe his enhanced durability, thereby proving that only superhuman-level threats can hurt him, like really hurt him. He may get rammed by a car or come under a bus or something, but he would still leave such situations without breaking a sweat. Well, unless, of course, the movie or the comic wants to make him bleed. But the second deleted scene on this list had more potential of altering the story than this vaccination scene. 2. The Punisher brings Spidey to the hospital. So after mistakenly shooting Peter instead of Jean, Frank Castle loses his shit, to say the least. Guilt engulfs him, and the man tries his best to save Peter's life. The obvious thing for him to do was to take Peter to a hospital, and he does do that, but we do not get to see the journey, right? I mean, it would only have made sense to see just how the Punisher managed to bring Spider-Man to the hospital while himself being a wanted mercenary in New York. Yeah, so Castle is essentially a criminal in the eyes of the law, mostly for his many violent acts, the means of which often do not justify the ends. Nevertheless, there was, in fact, a deleted scene that would have helped in bridging this gap. In this scene, we could have seen Frank fighting with the cops while carrying Peter. But yeah, this would have probably elongated an already long movie, and the makers decided to drop the scene. Having said that, the Punisher bringing Spidey to the hospital would have resolved a few loopholes. Nevertheless, even without this scene, the whole sequence after Spidey getting shot is worth it. Totally worth it. 3. Claire Temple cameo. Played by Rosario Dawson, Claire Temple is a famous name in Marvel's TV sphere. She has been instrumental in the success of the Defenders and has helped several of them, including Daredevil, on more than a few occasions. Ms. Dawson recently revealed that she was supposed to appear in one of the scenes. In fact, they had also shot the scene, but she later realized that her role in the movie had been axed. So in the movie, Spider-Man was supposed to visit her at Metro General after his fight with Scorpion. I mean, the second fight. Yeah, I know most people seem to think that their meeting was supposed to happen after he gets shot by Castle, but that's not quite the case. However, it would have been a nice little addition in the sense that it would have told us just how it was that Spider-Man managed to hide his identity as Peter Parker from the hospital staff and all that. I mean, everyone wants to know just who Peter is, and for Peter, his identity is as important to him as his friends and family. Their meeting in the movie would have also tied Peter to the larger Marvel TV space, but unfortunately, that did not really happen. I mean, come on, it was nice to see Matt Murdock in No Way Home, right?
Because I'm not just Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man.
4. Paste Pot Pete. Also supposed to appear as one of the villains was Paste Pot Pete. Director Destin Daniel Cretton revealed in an interview with Out Now, in which he said, and I quote, "One character we had a lot of fun with and wanted to include in the film was Paste Pot Pete, but he didn't quite make the cut." As for the character himself, not much is known about Paste Pot Pete, aka Peter Petruski's early life, apart from the fact that he was born in Gary, Indiana. As an adult, he worked as a research scientist for a major corporation in New York City, where he patented a multi-polymer adhesive. That invention made him extremely wealthy and placed him at the top of his profession. Now, most people would probably have enjoyed the money and continued with a very successful career, but Petrusky somehow decided that crime offered better profits. He created a paste gun, wore an absurd costume, and adopted the equally absurd name Paste Pot Pete. His obnoxious plan initially worked, and Pete robbed the Glenville Bank and escaped from the Human Torch, who was still a novice hero with the Fantastic Four. After that, he aimed much higher and tried to steal a Delta cosmic missile from the military. He planned to sell it to whoever offered the most money, whether that buyer was the United States military or a foreign power. The Human Torch pursued Pete and recovered the missile, but Pete still found one very creative escape route. He fired his paste gun at a commercial airliner, latched onto it, and later dropped into international waters where a hired boat waited for him. His powers are almost as ridiculous as his costume, but Paste Pot Pete would have been a fun addition to the Brand New Day roster. So, yeah, folks, that was all for this one. If you liked the video, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Those 2 small clicks from you will help us tremendously in bringing you more of these awesome videos. Stay safe and have a good one.